I've been continuing to play Romancing SaGa 3 and wanted to do some updated impressions of the game as I make my way through it. I've not completed it yet. It's a lot bigger than I initially thought, but I'm just so impressed with this game that I wanted to talk about some of the experiences I've had with it and how the game is constantly subverting my expectations. Romancing SaGa 3 doesn't tell you much about what to do and where to go. After the first couple of hours, which was somewhat linear, you're let loose in the world to figure things out. There are a lot of towns and cities that you visit, and as you speak to different people, you learn about new quests and new locations to go visit, and slowly the world unfolds. It's taken probably 6 hours until I got a solid clue as to what I need to do in this game. Part of that is because I've spent time exploring, and partly because I've died and restarted at old saves so many times. So it seems that the main aim is to go and kill 4 big bosses. That's fine, except I've only discovered the location of one of them, the Archfiend. I went to its castle, fought through enemies which were super tough. The last floor of enemies I was scraping through fights, and ended up in some cases just running around monsters to avoid them. I got to the door just before the boss fight and I had a message: need key. I had no idea that I needed a key to get to him, and after fighting through loads of enemies, I had to turn back and fight back through those same enemies. I should probably have been annoyed, but I feel like this is what the game does. It constantly throws curveballs at you and challenges you, and learning to overcome the challenge is part of what makes it satisfying. Now, since very little is signposted, I went to look at an online guide for the SNES version. Decisions matter so much in this game. Even in the first 2 hours, I found the guide couldn't help me because I was having a different experience from the walkthrough. The guy's video had a boss fight that I missed entirely, and a pirate attack on a ship that didn't happen to me. I don't know what decisions I made caused that to happen, but it makes me realize there's so much more to this game that I'll never see because the game changes so much from choices you make, whether consciously or unconsciously. There are side quests everywhere, but there are times when not completing a side quest straight away means you get locked out from it permanently. I don't often replay games, so when I start a game I always think to myself, I'm gonna 100% it and see everything there is to see. I had one side quest where I was told to kill a beast by a bad guy who wanted me dead. I tried to fight it and couldn't beat it. I was rescued by someone and thought I'll walk away, do other things, level up and come back when I'm more powered up. I did that, but when I returned, I found the monster had eaten the person that saved me. That decision was done. I couldn't take it back. I don't know if that person could have potentially joined my party or had other side quests to open up. The villain who got me to fight the monster is still unpunished and now probably won't be. This happened to me with another side quest with less consequence. When I was asked to capture a woman's pets, I tried, but I was completely underleveled, and so thought I'll come back to it later. When I returned, the side quest disappeared. The game doesn't tell you how difficult a quest will be when you start it, whether it will disappear, and the consequences of your actions. It feels rewarding when you do the right thing, and also, like in the case of the person being eaten by the beast, it makes you feel guilty for not trying harder or grinding more to actually complete the quest straight away. You find new characters along the way, and you can have up to 6 people in your party. A problem I've had though is that I can't get rid of some of them. When I agreed to take 2 people into my party, their quest wasn't clear to me, and then when I tried to get rid of them, they refused. This has meant I can't take on other characters, and so I'm locked out from starting other quests until I finish the quests of my existing party, but I don't know how to trigger those events. Again, decisions matter. I would advise thinking carefully before taking on a new party member, but then I don't know if you miss out on that person completely if you don't take them into your party straight away. I'm used to games having side quests that you can complete at your leisure, but here I'm being constantly surprised by events that pop up from seemingly innocent actions. Part of the time I feel like the game is daunting. There's so much to remember, so much I need to go back and do, and so much still to discover. But I'm also amazed by how deep and complex it is and how decisions really matter. I'm finding this game so impressive, and I think I'm still a long way from finishing the game. I still haven't found the key to access the fight with the first Archfiend. And this is all just from the first character I picked. There are 7 others to choose from at the start of the game, and that again will change the story. When Square Enix sent me the review code, they provided a digital manual to the game as well. There are gameplay mechanics and quests and minigames that I haven't even experienced yet, and I may not depending on some of the decisions I make in the game. This game is really made for being replayed, and based on my time so far, I think it's one of the best JRPGs I've ever played. It actually shocks me this was never released in the West. This is a game over 20 years old that's handling choice and consequence better than many modern games. It's really blown my mind how impressive this game is. One recommendation I would make: the game is super difficult, and you won't know when you're about to face a tough enemy, so save often. Save after every fight even. It's also useful in case you mess up a quest permanently. You can explore, try a quest, and if you fail or if you aren't ready for it, then load the last save point to avoid getting locked out permanently. If you lose a life point as well, reload your last save. Load times are practically zero, so it's easy to go to the main menu and reload if you lose a life point. They're so important. You don't want a team member to die permanently. I'm going to keep playing and maybe do another video like this or a full review. If you're still on the fence about buying it, hopefully this video will give you more of an idea of what to expect. If you like JRPGs and you don't mind a challenge, then I can't recommend this enough. I actually think I need to revise my top 100 Vita games list to put this somewhere in the top 20 or top 10, but I'll wait until I finish it before thinking about that more. Anyway guys, have you picked up Romancing SaGa 3? And what's your experience been like so far? Leave a comment below, and as always, thanks for watching.